Hey everybody, this is Dave again, and this is episode 3 of my Minecraft Dave series. Um, it looks a little different, if you notice that, because I installed a texture pack that's high resolution, 64 by 64 per square, as opposed to the default, which is 32 by 32. Everything looks more or less the same, just a lot fancier, and the biggest difference I've noticed so far is the creeper blanket on the bed. In the regular version, or regular texture pack, it's just a red blanket, and that is not. Um, so everything definitely looks a lot more realistic. The signs actually say sign. And oh wow, the rotten flesh looks actually kind of rotten. Oh man, that looks nasty. Got out the buckets, iron bars. Yeah, it's looking not too confusing. I saw the pack one time and I was like having such a hard time trying to uh, determine just what exactly I was looking at that I just kind of gave up on it. And then I did the quandary packs for a while. That was pretty cool. That was at the standard Minecraft resolution, and I was using that for a while. But they haven't released an update for Minecraft 1.0 yet. And wouldn't be much of a problem, except they don't have support for things like spider eyes and a couple of other items. So if you open up your item chest, they just look blank. And unless what made it even more confusing is like if you had like more than one item in your chest or in your inventory, that was no problem because you could see a number next to what otherwise looked like an empty box. And but if you just had one, then there would be no number in there, and so you'd be like trying to fill up your chest and be wondering why is there this one thing not filling it up. And no, that's because there's actually a spider eye in there. Now I have been doing a little bit of busy work here. Uh, there's some coal just out of my reach there. That's what it looks like when it's in the wall. Just been kind of going through here, and ooh, yeah, there's a Enderman in the area, but just kind of cleaning things up. Um, this is a spider. I'm sorry. This was a skeleton mine that I ran across, and I haven't done anything with it. I've already got a skeleton mob grinder pretty much back at the old place. I might do the same with this one because then I won't have to travel all the way back to the old coordinates and get if in case I need to get more bones and or arrows. I don't seem to be going through too many arrows in this area because long range attacks just don't really present themselves as opportunities very often down here in these dungeon areas, or even in the abandoned mine shaft, as it were. Um, Here in the ravine, which I've done some stuff with, I kind of cleaned out a couple of these floating structures here, but not all of them. I kind of like them. They're kind of cool. You can kind of see the outdoors a little bit, too. And, oh, there's some coal down there. Didn't even see that. But, yeah, so I've been through this area. I've done some iron mining. There was like a ton of iron down here, and there's like some I haven't even touched yet. They're just too high for me to reach right now. I think there might be some right there. Can't exactly zoom on it, but I thought that was kind of fun. Be able to just go through here and just gather as much iron as I could find just running through here. It was pretty fun. A couple of creepers came up, creatures of opportunity. Those creepers are, and oh yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, gave me a bit of a scare. There's actually more iron there, but I don't think creepers are very smart. I think like most mobs, they don't like. Ah, shoot. Where did they come from? Clearly jumping from somewhere. I think like most mobs, they don't actually try to attack you if they're too high up. But actually, I think they just generally don't do that unless they're trying to attack you. So maybe that's the case. They're just going after what seems to be an easy target for them, and since they're going to blow up anyways. Oh, more iron. Oh man, there's like tons of iron. I haven't even barely scratched the surface here. But yeah, so this has been a very fun ravine to go through. a little exciting at times. And should probably clear a nice little pillar of granite. It was actually rather handy to keep there at one point because there was a bunch of skeletons behind it, and I wanted to try to see if I could avoid too many of those guys jumping me, because they do tend to gang up on you if they give them half the chance. But yeah, there's like a lot of this ravine I have yet to explore. There's actually a lower level, and there's some upper levels too that I haven't gotten around to getting to yet. But there's a lower level that I come down here. Yeah, this is where I found some of the iron. I blocked some of the lava flow so I could actually get at a few of the ores that were down here, but there's an area down there I've yet to explore. We can go down there really quick. This is a Let's Play series, and I haven't been doing a lot of playing. I've just been kind of blah, 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 look at me, blah, blah, blah. Holy cow, there's like all sorts of crazy stuff. Yeah. I think that might be... Yeah, that's redstone. Oh, so that's what redstone looks like. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I like this texture pack. It's cool looking. The fact that it's, you know... make sure no iron falls on top of me while I do this. Might as well pick up some iron while I'm around. But, yeah, oh, I suppose... how did I get back up? Did I must have... Not entirely sure how that got blocked off. I didn't come in through there. Hey, look at me, folks. I'm lost. I know what I'm doing. Is that up there? I think it was. Yep, here it is. Oh, hey, that looks like a zombie. Sweet. Yeah, I like zombies. Picking them off from a distance. It looks like it has a pumpkin head. Oh, you know why? It's because I have random mods enabled. Or yeah. That must be what they do. Man, I can't. There we go. Maybe that's what it does to make it interesting. Sorry, Mr. Zombie, I did not mean to... what's the word I'm looking for? I did not mean to inconvenience you. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, hey, I actually got that. Cool. I retrieved one of my arrows. Although I do not have a shortage of arrows anywhere. I got the... Ooh. Yes. Yes. Why, yes, I shall. Let's see. I did something bad, by the way. Can you tell me what I did bad, folks? I dug straight underneath me. Oh. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. I mean, just off to the side is okay, but directly underneath is generally considered poor form. Alright, I'll just kind of throw some dirt down here. I'll keep that coal in mind for later. Not that I'm in any rush to get more coal. I went on a coal mining spree last night. And, yeah, so I have like enough coal to last for a long, long time. So I'm going to get back up here. You know, one thing that might be fun here, since I've pretty much given up on that little promise I made myself with regards to, yeah, come back up here. Yeah, with regards to never going back to my home base. I broke that promise twice now, and so I've just more or less given up on it. Now, I have... Oh, wait, hold on a sec. That chicken, for looking as 3D as it does look comically two-dimensional still. Oh, I love that, though. Alright. Now, this one is an entirely different rift. Or ravine, or whatever you want to call it. So I got really lucky. I have like two ravines I can play around with. Now this one has more water cascading into it because I think this is directly underneath a river. I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. So that's why there's those huge waterfalls going on there. And I haven't really been playing around in this area. I've been having too much fun with the first ravine. It's been very productive for me, as it were. Oh, as I forgot to show this too. This area, I think I mentioned this in my last video. I said that this area I wanted to clean out because there was like this giant wall here, and it was like kind of like a square slab of granite and or stone. I'm sorry, I don't think it's called granite, but it was just like sitting here, and there were some walls kind of branching out from it, and it turned this into this kind of labyrinth. And after walking around it a few times, I realized it was all just kind of like one big chunk of stone. I could just clear it out, and I'd have this huge area. I'm planning on probably like lowering most of this down one level. Oh yes, slime. By the way, slimes do appear in here. They're very friendly. They're like, hey, look at me. Now these are one of the small slimes. And I don't know what the deal is. I think like the lower you go, the more they spawn. Their rules changed for slimes in the past couple of versions, and I'm not up to exactly what changed. But it used to be like if you dug down deep enough, they would just spawn anywhere near the bedrock, no matter how well you lit it up. I made that mistake one time when I uh, dug a deep mine, a deep shaft down to the lowest levels, and I was trying to find some redstone and stuff in an older beta world that I had generated. And one thing I discovered that if you have like a big enough room, the really ginormous slimes would just spawn out of nowhere. And one of the things I had fun with was if a big one would spawn. It had a hard time getting around, especially if like you dug straight down to the bedrock, because the bedrock was irregular, so it couldn't maneuver. So I would just have an arrow, and I had to have my infinite supply of arrows that I'd have from. Did I leave that there? I said I have pretty much an infinite supply of arrows from a skeleton mob spawner or something like that. So I just sit there and go and that was before they changed the arrows so that you couldn't shoot like 500 of them in a minute or something like that. It was now you wouldn't be able to do that as easily because you have to actually kind of stretch your arm back, and it takes about a second for the arrow to get primed. Otherwise, it just kind of drops in front of you like this. Whoops! No, I didn't want to go to bed. God, what the hell? Let's see. Hey. See, I can't do it right now. Second. There you go. Yeah, kind of limps, but so you don't get a lot of damage that way, and it doesn't travel that far. So arrows are not nearly as powerful as they used to be, but they're still handy for defending yourself when creepers come at you. So I always make sure I have a very healthy supply of arrows. I think I'm going to keep this texture pack. I mean, I got a fairly decent computer, so it's definitely not lagging because I'm using the higher resolution texture pack. And it definitely does look cool. Oh yeah, I was saying earlier that what I want to do is I want to lower most of this down a level and then start making a farm. Right now, from floor to ceiling, it's only 3 blocks, and I want to get like a sugarcane farm going. I need at least 4 blocks of freedom from the ground to the ceiling for those to grow. Probably a little bit more, maybe 5 blocks, just so I have a little bit of headroom too. So I can put torches up there and everything. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do this. I might put my tree farm in here because I've already got this giant room, and I know I didn't want to put too much in the same room as my nether gate, but since I've already cleared this out, it just makes sense to just take advantage of it. So that's what I got right now, and so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and leave us off here. I got a little bit of gameplay going on here, but don't want to bore you with the details. Otherwise, these marathons tend to run a little while, so otherwise it would get pretty boring pretty quick if you just saw me just hacking away at smooth stone and all that. So I won't do that to you guys. I'm just going to continue showing you the cool stuff as I hit certain milestones. You have yourself a good day, and I'll catch you later. Right, thanks, bye. Oops. Stop.